Oh
in
yes, that
London.
was a wonderful one. Enrique Miralles and Cedric Price, they were amongst the very best. There are some architects who get better. I think that when I first knew Tom Main, which is a long time ago, maybe 30, the first time I heard him lecture was at the DA 30 years ago or more maybe. He was a terrible lecturer. He was all over the place. You know, he was so intense. He's still very intense and nervous and going round and round and round. And actually Michael Rotundi, who at that time was his partner, was a much smoother lecturer. Charmed the birds off the trees. By now, and I heard Tom lecturing very recently in Sweden, about 3 weeks ago. He's a very good lecturer. He has become, not smoothie, but still intense, but he was very tired. He'd flown straight in from the States. He said, God, I'm tired. But he gave a very clear, very well explained, sequential, on-the-button lecture. Okay, it's taken him 35 years to get from one to the other. And when the architect is... And maybe also his own role in architecture, his own success and so on, has relaxed him. But he's clear, and he's done a lot of teaching in that time. So there are people like that who I will... I think Mark Wigley is a fantastic lecturer. He's the only architectural lecturer that I've listened to, and he came... Remember one of the lectures at the Bartlett he gave, I laughed so much I had a pain in my... You know when you go to some comedy thing and you're laughing and your ribs hurt? I had absolute stitch in my tummy because he was so hilariously funny. It was so caustic, weird, wonderful stuff. Very interesting as a couple because Beatrice is he and Beatrice have very different lecturing styles. She's sort of more serious, but in private conversation, she also enjoys a lot of irony and, you know, I think they work very well together as a couple. She's a great gossip. She's a good person. Another person who's an amazing gossip, this is no gossip about gossips, is Elizabeth Diller. Privately, she's an amazingly good gossip. I shouldn't give you a list.
Only in private conversation.
Only in private. On the platform, she's very controlled, brilliant. Mm-hmm. But in private, she's a wonderful gossip. Yeah.
We must invite her.
Yeah, but you won't get it on the platform. You'll get it, you know. Zaha's a great gossip, but only amongst very close friends. Zaha, we have a lot of gossip. But not, I mean, she can appear to be very tough and gruff and so on. And she's a variable lecturer. I mean, Zaha, you can have a good lecture and you can have a crap lecture, and you never know. It depends on her mood, whether she just got off the plane, or whether she's irritated by somebody in the audience. But, I think that Cedric Price and Enrique Miralles were outstanding lecturers, and they became very good friends. And Enrique Miralles learnt his cigar technique from Cedric, and I was with them often in Frankfurt, and they were big eaters and big cigar smokers, and big guys, and they immediately, once they got to know each other, they really hit it off.